Okay, so what is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video, and this one is kind of interesting. If you aren't just super immersed into the Skeleton Key lore, and it's not like your entire life, a little while ago I made a video called "What Happened to Tara Babcock." Now, if you don't know who Tara Babcock is, it's kind of a long story. She's one of like the original kind of gamer girl figures on YouTube that, you know, kind of like led the charge in that kind of genre, I guess. Like, think of her as like the Leafy of gamer girls, right? Maybe not the complete first to do it, but one of the first to get super big and a lot of recognition. So I made a video on her, and we talked about what's kind of been happening to her. We went over her social blades, stuff like that. It's a decent video. If you want to watch the full video, go check it out. There's going to be a link in the description. But, you know, that video ended up developing into a little more. I don't know what just happened to my voice there, but pretty much what ended up happening is I got a comment from her on my video a little while ago, maybe like a month ago, maybe two at this point, I don't know. And it said, you know, just some general stuff about the video, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's for this reason and not for that reason and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So it sounded like I wasn't completely spreading misinformation, but, you know, there were a couple things I missed and maybe things like that. And I kind of thought, okay, it's going to end there. You know, she commented on the video. That's cool. I've had that happen a couple times, right? From like bigger YouTubers than me. However, she ended up making a full-on 26-minute reaction video to my video. And I don't know why, but I woke up this morning and I saw it. It was posted 2 days ago at the time of recording this, so probably 3 days ago by the time I upload this. And yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I was truly shocked to see it. But I did watch it. I did pre-watch it just so I kind of went into it knowing what I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure if we're going to watch every second of it. We might skip around and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, we're going to watch as much of it as I feel fit. And so going into this, a couple things to know. One, you should probably go watch her reaction first, just so you can have a general layout of what we're going to be talking about. However, if you don't, you aren't going to be completely lost, so it's really up to you. I'm just saying you're probably going to have a better experience if you've watched my video and her reaction to my video before watching my reaction to her reaction of my video. But so if you have watched it though, basically going into this, what I've taken away is she's not completely rocking with everything I'm saying. Like, you know, like we aren't best friends here or anything like that. Because I did kind of come across wrong in a couple points. So hopefully I can clear that up with this video. And also, I'm not like the most favored person in her comment section. I'm not saying that people are being incredibly rude to me or I'm getting like hate or anything like that. That's not true. Everybody's pretty moderate because I tried to stay pretty moderate in the original video. But yeah, you know, so I'm just going to kind of try and be clearing myself up a little bit while also reacting to some of the moments that I found a little funnier and stuff like that. But without further ado, I'm not going to make you wait forever to get into the video. So let's go ahead and start it. Where did she go? Why did she kind of fall off?
I was on OnlyFans and I was like, holy, there's Tara. Just kidding.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let...
Okay, so I mean, this is just the general intro shit. I'm just gonna skip through this because we don't need it. Okay, moving on.
We're going to be reviewing this video that I found on accident while I was doing the last update to What Happened to Jay. I was typing into YouTube What Happened to Jay and then my name, and this video popped up called What Happened to Tara Babcock.
Look,
by
that's my
Skeleton
video,
Key.
guys.
And honestly, before I watched it,
and
I
she
did
said
watch
my
it before
name.
this, but I kind of skimmed through it. I thought it was going to be one of those hate videos. It's like, oh my god, all she does is show her off her boobs. She hates games. She's a horrible person. Go give her a lot of hate. But like, really, this guy was very tame in what he said about me. It kind of does seem like he
Okay, so like I appreciate that, right? Because that's what I was going for. I don't have any problem with the kind of content that she has previously made or makes now or anything like that. Her content's absolutely fine. That wasn't really what the video was critiquing. I didn't really want to like critique her content. That wasn't my goal. So yeah, you know, I'm glad that she at least saw it as tame and not like a just hate video directed towards her, because that's not what I was going for. But you know, let's keep going. Let's see what else she has to say here, because something comes up that I do need to address.
He doesn't like me very much, especially based on the comments that he hearted on the video.
Okay, so these comments ended me up in a little bit of hot water here, right? She says he probably doesn't like me too much because of the comments that he hearted. Now, these comments that I hearted, I don't know why I hearted them, okay? The second one, right, the one from Christopher DA right there, you know, I don't really... I think my intentions with hearting that one was good. I think that what I intended with that one, or what I read it as, is it's like she hasn't done anything super innovative recently, and she's just kind of getting crowded out in a market that she once really excelled at. That's kind of how I took that. Reading it again, I don't think that the comment was meant in that way. I probably wouldn't have hearted it had I read it again. As for the first one, I genuinely don't think I read this full comment. I think I probably read part of it on a notification and liked it, because as a smaller YouTuber, I try and like as many comments as possible, that I'm like, you know, grateful for the comment or whatever. And just to like, you know, get some interaction up, get some interaction with you guys and stuff like that. You know, if you've watched my channel for a while and have commented multiple times, there's a good chance your comments have probably been liked multiple times and stuff like that. So that top one probably just got caught up in that. I don't fuck with the top one. I'm going to be completely honest. That one's completely unhinged. The second one, not great either, but you know, it is what it is. So just wanted to clear that up right off the bat. I really don't have a problem with her, at all. In fact, she like used to be one of my favorite YouTubers when I was, a little younger, but, yeah, you know, just throwing that out there, being completely honest. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I like that, but it is what it is.
Which are just like the dumbest comments ever. We'll get to those at the end, maybe, if I feel like it. But I thought we would look at the video and look at some of the key points. And I actually have feedback for the guy's channel as well. I'm not going to play the full...
Okay, we got feedback from my channel. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Full video, because that would just make for a very, very long video. And I don't really like just watching someone's entire video and reacting to it. I know I'm a Twitch streamer, so I know I should be doing stuff like that when I Twitch stream. But for me, that just seems like stealing content. Maybe I'm a Twitch boomer. I don't know. But if you want to watch the full...
Again, okay, respect it. I respect it, even though I'm kind of doing the opposite, but it's okay.
Video, if you like this guy's style or something and want to follow him, just go ahead and check the description. I'll also probably put it in the cards or something. Oh, and before we get into this,
hey, let's go. Decent. I do appreciate her telling you know, people to go check out my video. That I do appreciate that, but in the interest of time, we're gonna keep moving on.
What do you guys think about this look on me? The eyelashes aren't perfect, but I'm trying.
Okay, I hate to break it to you, Tara, but I you know, I don't really need to see that part. It doesn't really have to do with my video. So let's keep moving forward.
Oh yeah, post in the comments. Let's get into this video.
I remember this one. And, you know, I'm in the same boat. You know, I remember her too. And that is, of course, because today we are talking about Tara Babcock. Now, what happened to her? Where did she go? Why did she kind of fall off?
I was jerking off on OnlyFans, and I was like, holy shit, there's Tara. Just kidding.
Okay, you know, we have an interesting answer to my question there. But, yeah, you know, decent. We're off the ground, right? We are off the ground. I don't know why I sound so like dead in this video. It was a while ago, so I know that I've definitely gotten even more comfortable, you know, talking into my phone. But yeah, you know, it's not a great, like, super energetic take from me here, but I don't know. I'm not, like, super happy with this video or anything, but, you know, we'll address that later because she also talks about that, so.
You know, it's kind of funny. I don't think I even warrant a video like this because honestly, one, it's kind of obvious why I'm not doing as well on YouTube anymore. There's like two main reasons, and we'll get into that later. Let's see if he gets into it at all. But two, I never really felt like, as much as I was a YouTuber, that was like my main job, I was never like a big YouTuber. So I don't feel like I fell off of anything because I was never on it in the first place, you know? So it's kind of interesting, if not flattering, for him to be like, oh yeah, where did Tara go? It's like, I've been at the same place I've been, just mediocrely popular with a small niche audience of people who love me, and then a few people who just love to look at me.
I mean, okay, like, I definitely understand where she's coming from with this. The way that I personally do these videos, I don't try and go after people who are completely massive because there's a lower chance of people giving a shit about my video. It's really just an algorithm thing. Like, if I go off of like something fucking huge and I say like, what happened to, I don't know, like, obviously PewDiePie's doing fine, but like if I said like, what happened to PewDiePie, right, for an example, nobody would click on that because, you know, if he had gone off of YouTube or something, a million people would be making the video with what happened to PewDiePie. Now, if I go to somebody that maybe I watched and maybe I was a fan of at a point in time that's kind of, you know, seen a decrease in popularity, then that is like, that's kind of who I like going for. For example, like YBR was good because it's a very dedicated fan base. It's somebody who I watched for a long time, so I knew a lot right off of the bat. You know, that was like a prime candidate. Same with her. Like, she was somebody that I watched for a period of time, and, you know, her fan base isn't huge, but it's still big enough to where there is an audience for that kind of video. So that's why I do that. I mean, I guess when I say fall off, I'm sure that she probably has a different, kind of way of seeing that than I do. For me, I see like falling off as more of, you know, just fell from what you once were. Not necessarily you went from like this mighty high power to absolutely nothing. You know, that's not what I meant by it. But, you know, overall, I can see why she would have that question. You know, like, I do make it kind of broad.
That's pretty much it.
I had completely forgotten about her, probably since about the age of 14. You know, that was probably like the last time I watched her. But
the real question is, how old is he now?
I found her. Answer to that question, your boy's 18. When I made the video, I was not fucking 18. That's okay, though. We move. Again on a Get Germanized video. So basically they were reacting to her speaking German, and shockingly she's actually quite good at speaking German.
Okay, I saw this part and I was like, I almost died when he said I'm shockingly good at speaking German. First of all, videos that I made back in that era are so fucking cringy, and you'll see because he'll play this clip. But second of all, I was not good and am not good at speaking German, which means that, my good sir, you need more practice.
Okay, I mean, she's not wrong. You know, I'm in the process of learning the language. We aren't fucking perfect here. But yeah, no, I mean, what I meant by that is it was like surprising how much what she said was like cohesive. The pronunciation wasn't that bad. You know, like stuff like that. Like in the Get Germanized video, which are German people, like native German speakers, they said she did a pretty decent job. So I was really going off of that. But I am aware that I do need more practice. You know, I'm a little insecure on my German speaking abilities, but, you know, we'll move forward.
Hallo, wie geht's? Ich heiße Fräulein Babschwanz und ich liebe deutschen Manner. So for those of you that don't know, that roughly translates to, hi, what's up? I'm Miss Babcock and I love big veiny German cock. Obviously.
Cringe. The way I talked back then. Oh my god. It was so weird. I don't know. Like, I was so not comfortable with myself yet on camera.
I don't know why, but when she did that, like, imitation of herself, I got, so, like, huge Trisha Paytas vibes coming off of that. I don't know why. It sounded more like Trisha Paytas than her imitating herself. That was like that when I saw that the first time I thought that, and now seeing it again, I'm thinking the same thing.
And like, I don't know if it was also kind of my personality. Like, I feel like I've always been outspoken and like dark humor, dry humor, and all this kind of shit. For me, I'm not quite sure if I was just super fake on camera back then or if I was just a soft.
Okay, this is one of those things we're gonna skip forward a little bit because she just kind of is talking about herself for the most part. So back to my video.
To it personality type wise. Anyway, oh, my first year of videos on the vlog channel were so fucking cringe. All right, there's a section where he goes through my social blade, and there's a part that's kind of interesting. I don't look at my social blade because like I know what's going on. But yeah, it basically has gotten worse and worse and worse since like 2019 or something like that.
So I did go through her social blade. Now I have my own problems with social blade, which I addressed in the video. It's kind of difficult to read sometimes. It's not always 100% accurate. In fact, a lot of the analytics for videos are not 100% accurate, whether that be on YouTube or on Social Blade or on any other similar kind of program. They just don't line up all the time, and it's hard to tell what's like real and what's not, and the way that it displays it is a little confusing, which she does go over. But I did go over Social Blade, and like I said, it just gives a general idea. Now I completely see where she's coming from with not looking at her Social Blade. If I wasn't so small, I probably wouldn't constantly either. I just do because it's fun for me to see the numbers go up since I'm growing. But if I was in her position, I mean, if you're already big or you're to a decent size, then there's not really any reason. But I don't know. I thought that it added something to the video. I think that this was the first video I ever did that with. So it's not implemented great, but it's something.
2 times where they like cut the fuck out of my ad revenue. One of the times was the PewDiePie thing where they like tightened down on certain type of.
Now I thought that we were going to go into that. We're not. We're going to skip ahead a little bit because yeah, like I kind of just went over what I talked about, and that's what she said too. It's just confusing. It gets weird. That's kind of the whole Social Blade area. It's not great, but it is what it is. And yeah, she kind of explains that how it works and how YouTube just fucked her over, which isn't really shocking. I mean, that's kind of normal, but it's okay.
The next section, which is general attitude, hopefully he talks more about like what's actually going on. I'm gonna be impressed if he actually knows the.
Okay, before we get into this, when she said the next section, general attitude, when I watched this video earlier today, I sat there and I went, what the fuck? When did I do that? The reason that this is like this, and it seems really odd, but it's because I have like auto chapter or something enabled for my videos. So YouTube breaks up my videos where it feels fit. I don't do them myself. So that I guess can cause a little weirdness like what's going on here, but it is what it is. Let's see what she has to say about my apparent general attitude section of my video, which I did not designate on my own, but okay. Let's see.
The non-algorithmic reason why I haven't been like posting or doing as well. That would be interesting. Okay, so for a little bit of feedback for you, dude. I feel like his Social Blade section should actually cross-reference like when I posted and stuff. So you can see like what videos did well or like what kind of stuff I was posting when I was falling off or whatever. That would be better for these videos. He talks about not having that many subscribers and stuff, and like he's doing a niche that like usually pretty profitable if you get lucky. All of this is about to some degree getting lucky. So let's say he does get lucky and people actually view the video. Being a lot more intricate, the guys that I've seen actually do well with this kind of genre, they actually deep dive and spend a lot of time on it. So just like pulling up the Social Blade, which anyone can do when they're interested, without the research and the cross-referencing and all that, it doesn't really make for a higher quality video of this type. Anyway.
Okay, now the little piece of advice that she gives me there, it's like I do know that stuff, I am fully aware of this. It may seem like I'm not based on the videos, but I am aware it's kind of difficult for me to do that given like the time I have and the amount of real effort that I can actually put into my videos while also keeping up with other aspects of my life. But she's not wrong. I mean, she's not wrong. And I have done it to some extent with other people. I've said like, this video was like their blow up video. This like kicked off this and that. Like I've done it in some of the newer ones. But it is something that I do realize, you know, it's kind of like for these videos, my what happened to or the rise of videos, I just kind of am trying to give like a, you know, like the cliff notes, right? That's kind of what they're supposed to be. I'm not like really attempting to make a full like Sunny V2 style video where I go super in depth and deep dive and give like all of this information and stuff like that. I have kind of done that in my 3-part series on YBR, but that took 3 separate parts that were spread across almost like 2 years. So it's kind of difficult for me to make a one-off video like this with that much information. Yes, I could, but it wouldn't be very efficient for me and it wouldn't really fit into my upload schedule at the time. I do appreciate the advice and I get what she's saying. And it has kind of made me realize that maybe I should go a little more in depth, but I'm not terribly disappointed with that aspect of my videos. And, you know, I appreciate that she does mention that I have, you know, the possibility to obviously turn this into something a lot bigger. But yeah, that's just kind of the reason for why stuff isn't always cross-referenced and stuff like that.
General attitude is what the next section is called.
Pretty recently, like in the last couple months or whatever, she's been making kind of videos saying like, oh, you know, I don't know what's happening, or just, you know, like update videos where they're just kind of like, this is...
I'm just fucking confused.
I didn't watch all of those. I didn't stick around for the whole 24 minutes for each video. I just kind of took a look at the beginning and, you know, what's going on. And
oh, that's like the worst thing you can do with my videos, because the beginning is just like, oh, by the way, I did my nails. Oh, by the way, I did this and that. Oh my god, it's like not even the topic. Yeah, that's...
Okay, when... To be fair, she's not wrong. It is not a great thing to do that, and that does kind of hurt my, I guess... fuck, I can't think of the goddamn word. Whatever, like, hurt my credibility. But, yeah, it is kind of what I did. It wasn't maybe the beginning of the video because, like she said, it is a lot of, like, I did my hair, I did my nails, stuff like that. I did skip through that. I did get to at least, like, a couple claims in the video and stuff like that. And that's where that's coming from. I didn't just rip this from the beginning. But, you know, again, for the flow of the video, I don't want to really go ahead and explain all that. So it is what it is.
That's definitely going to be his downfall. I don't really understand the idea of making videos like this. I feel like I can see the intent of a video like this just to hopefully grow your channel, but not actually put any passion or work into it when you don't actually deep dive into it. Because if you actually wanted to make a solid video about me, which why would you in the first place? I don't know why you're choosing me. I'm not that interesting. I don't have a big enough audience to where like anyone would give a fuck where I've been or what happened to me. That's still honestly, I wasn't joking in the beginning. That's honestly like my opinion. The people who still care about me are around. The people who don't never did. So it's like, I don't know, it's not like I fell off from a monumental fucking channel. You know, I've always been like 200 to 400,000 subscribers.
Okay, she's not wrong. I do kind of make these videos to grow my audience. It obviously gets my name out. Sometimes people see them, like in this instance, and stuff like that. They aren't passionless. I mean, that's a little brutal. You know, I took a little offense to that one. They aren't passionless. I obviously try my best and, you know, do my thing. The way I make videos, though, isn't perfectly tailored to this kind of video, and I do understand that. I don't script my videos. I've been very open about that. So everything that I kind of talk about is right off of my head. You know, it's like I said, I kind of like to keep my videos very friendly and open feeling to where it feels like you're having a conversation with like a good friend or something. And so that kind of carries over even with these videos. And I'm not really the type of person to like pull the absolute nerd card of like, oh, well, look at all these statistics and this video lines up with this video. So that's kind of why the videos are like this. And also, yes, they are largely to, appeal to other audiences, to try and bring them over into my audience. There's some which I've obviously put more passion and more time into that are more just like a trip down memory lane. And even this one was kind of, like that. I didn't think that it was the worst video I've done like this. But yeah, there's definitely more that have, more passion put into them. But there's also some that are more like this, or, a little less. But yeah, it is what it is. I do appreciate the feedback. It is a little harsh, but it is what it is. I was a little harsh too, maybe in this video, so it's equal.
Subscribers with a niche audience. But yeah, the I need advice one, that's about, let's keep listening.
Just to see her general attitude, because like I said, I probably haven't watched her in like 3 years.
He said 14. Is he 17? Now I feel like a pedo.
She started. Yeah, he was 17 there. It's okay. I'm an adult now, I can cover for 17-year-old me. You're not a pedophile. Good fucking wrapping that shit up right there. Started off one of the videos by basically just going like, oh, I just finished recording 3 videos, so if I look worn out, then that's why. Which, don't get me wrong, being somebody who makes videos, I obviously don't film myself, so it's a little easier. I mean, I could honestly be recording this naked right now, nobody would know.
Hot. Or
okay, wait, hold on, pause. I think she's about to pause herself here. But pause, we did establish the fact, we did the math, right? We did the fucking math. We did establish I was 17 here, and I gave her a write-off on the pedo shit, right? It was okay. But hold on, hold the fuck on. But yeah, no, I haven't recorded a video naked yet, so fuck me, we're gonna keep moving.
Or not hot. Not a pedo. This is interesting because I do like constructive feedback. So let me know in the comments, those of you who actually watch my videos, do you feel like my tone when it doesn't come to something sad, do you think it's been more negative? Do you think I need to be more positive with my tone? I don't really remember what video he's talking about where I filmed like 3 videos in a row, but I'm sure I was worn out if I did 3 videos in a row. That sounds like an easy thing to do, and I still put that on my schedule all the time, but you would be surprised how fucking tiring it is to be upbeat and talkative for 3 videos in a row with like lights in your face. It's really weird. That's the same reason why I find Twitch streaming to be like an impossible fucking job.
No, okay, what she says here, she goes on to this for a little bit. We're probably going to skip the end of it, but I do have incredible respect for any content creator, whether it's a small content creator, a big content creator, a medium-sized content creator, whatever it is, I have incredible respect for that. And whatever medium you choose to do, whether that be YouTube, TikTok, OnlyFans, I don't give a shit. I have incredible respect for anybody who creates content. I didn't before, but now after doing it for so long, it is really difficult. And, going off of what she says, it is hard to stay really upbeat and shit like that for long periods of time. For example, a lot of my tips for dicks videos, I recorded like a solid third to half of the season in one recording session. So it's like, you could even tell in some of those videos that I do get a little worn down. I'm a lot more worn down in some than others, just because they probably came at the end of a long recording session as opposed to the beginning. It is really hard to do. Your voice gets worn out. You have to talk in almost like an announcer voice, and it's not easy. It hurts. Like, it actually begins to hurt your throat, and it does get irritating and is physically difficult. But yeah, I don't know. I think the point that I was trying to drive home here is that she seemed really like unhappy with it. Like, at the end of the day, even though those long recording sessions are difficult for me, I'm still happy to be doing them, and I could still be pretty joyful in the videos. So I don't know. I mean, obviously it's different for me in comparison to her. I don't show my face. It's a lot easier to just talk and not have lights and shit and, try and maintain an appearance or anything like that. So, You know, all credit to her. I could be in the wrong here. I don't really 100% remember what I said, but let's just see. Also, I think we have to skip a little bit because I said that, I don't know, something. Yeah, she talks for a really long time about this. So we're just going to get back to where I'm talking, which is right about here. Right here. Okay. Let's see.
You know, it was kind of like a making excuses sort of thing. I don't really want to say that because it was kind of like, oh, well, you know, if you don't see these things, then it's because I'm doing this.
All right, yeah, like that's fair. I have been more offline lately, definitely. It's for the best. Like, I'm happier now because before I was a workaholic to the point where I was not keeping up with any relationships, barely keeping up with my.
Okay, again, this is important, you know, because I did touch on that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's completely fine. I'm a huge mental health person. I hugely believe in it. And being on the internet 24/7 is definitely not good for that. It's absolutely awful. You know, I mean, just take a look at some of the people who are on the internet all the fucking time. For example, people like Chris Chan or shit like that. It's not good, right? It's definitely not good for your mental health. So I could completely understand where she is making her point right now. And, you know, I get that she wants to spend time with her new boyfriend. She has a new boyfriend. It's apparently a much healthier relationship or whatever. It's going a lot better for her. And that's great. You know, that's good to hear. And you should be spending more time offline, as she puts it, if that's what's going to be happening. So, yeah, I don't know. I was more just calling attention to the fact than saying that there was anything wrong with it. But, yeah, we're going to skip forward just a little more, I think, because I don't really know what's happening here. I think she talks just a little bit about why she's been more offline and how that obviously does affect a channel. You know, obviously, since I've done my upload schedule, my channel's gone way up in popularity. So if I were to stop that and take more offline time, then yeah, it would obviously go down. So I you know, decent, right? Moving on.
Especially on platforms like YouTube or Twitch.
It's understandable because obviously people live lives outside of YouTube. Hate to break it to you guys, but not every YouTuber just lives in your computer like there to make videos for you. They obviously do other things also.
Yeah, but the thing is, people like Mr. Beast fucking do. They live in your computer. That's all they do. They live and breathe YouTube. And if you don't do that, you will probably not be astronomically successful. And I've never been one of those people that would like sell out for it, that would do things I really don't like to do. I have to have some passion for the things that I'm making, or at least think that it's fun to do. Sometimes I have passion for videos that I make. Other times I'm just like, this seems like a cool idea. Let's do it. I had fun doing this. Cool.
It is.
Okay, so with this point, there's a couple points made. One, couldn't agree more on Mr. Beast. That man does live in a fucking computer. He makes videos so often. I mean, his whole life is like content. But, you know, nothing against him for that, obviously. Just, it is interesting to see that much, you know, stuff go into that. And then what she talks about the passion and stuff, I think that's really good about what she said earlier, where maybe I don't seem the most passionate in this video. I'm not. This isn't like one of my passion projects on the channel, but it is one of those things where I have fun making these kinds of videos. And, you know, it's just an idea. Like, the idea came into my head and I thought we're going to go ahead and give that a shot. And this one did fairly well. I mean, to the point where she is reacting to it. So, you know, it is like kind of hard to balance that sometimes. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You do have to be passionate about stuff. And I am passionate about commentary as a genre and general stuff like that. This video, for example, I'm fairly passionate about. I'm actually putting a lot of time into this video. The recording time is getting up there, which means the editing time is going to be absolutely crazy. But yeah, you know, I'm like here for it. I was excited to see this video, and I'm excited to react to it with you guys. But moving forward,
Is kind of strange, especially when she considers YouTube her more than part-time job.
Oh, I definitely don't anymore. YouTube is like almost a hobby at this point. I get a little bit of sadness thinking that like, oh, I'm not necessarily a YouTuber anymore. And I still do say I'm a YouTuber to keep it PG for some people. YouTube is more like a for funsies thing now. Even though I'm keeping it up, it doesn't make me money, so of course it's not a job.
She was an OnlyFans creator before OnlyFans ever existed. And now my dog is barking, so I do apologize for that.
Have you guys seen those TikToks?
Okay, hold on. Something really... She did... Okay, this one kind of... I didn't know how to interpret this when I watched it the first time. So just going into this is going to be slightly weird what's about to be said. You know, I'm not... Nothing against it. Nothing against it. We're just going to watch it, you know? We're going to watch it.
Talks where, oh, they're so hot. They're in like a mall or something, like a guy and a girl, and it's POV of the guy, and it's like, do you love me? And she's like, yeah. And then he's like, get on your knees, and she gets on her knees and looks up at him, and then he's like, bark. And then she's like, arf. Anyway.
But with her
I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. When it comes to, you know, weird shit like that, I'm pretty accepting of it, you know? I don't really give a fuck what you do, you know? It's cool, right? It's cool. Whatever you do is cool. It's your thing. Go out, do your thing. You know, honestly, it's probably like from her that I learned shit like that. That I learned to be so accepting of just all the weird sexual shit in the world. But, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's completely cool. But, you know, I don't know how much I fuck with, like, my poor little dog being brought into that situation. Like, I heard that and I was like, oh no, like, God, dude. And we hear my dog bark all the time on these videos. Like, if you're a regular on the channel, you hear it frequently. So, yeah, I don't really want to think about that every time my dog barks in the video. Oh God, dude, that's crazy. I didn't like that one when I heard it, but moving forward,
being kind of like this OnlyFans creator before OnlyFans, I'm almost 100% sure that she did use Patreon.
I did and still do have a Patreon. All the links in the description.
She was
okay. You know, hey, I set her up for the alley-oop there. Like, on God, I set her up there. I mean, that was flawless. That was like a team effort right there. A+ on that one.
a little ahead of her time, I think, you know.
I always am. I always get on the new platforms except for the TikTok. Maybe I'm too old now. Maybe the TikTok is where I draw the line and I stop. Like, I was one of the first people on Patreon. I was one of the first people making a lot of money on OnlyFans. I was on Fansly pretty quick. I know that I need to sometimes diversify, so I do it and try to not get left behind. And I think that's important when you're a content creator. You can't just like get stuck to one platform. You gotta have many drops and many buckets and do a bunch of shit.
No, because of her assets on screen. I'm sure
the assets covered.
Me will go ahead and include a couple of those for you guys. But
what a fucking guy I am, man. Holy shit. How long ago when did I make this fucking video? Look at the fucking PNG of the dude. God damn, dude. Editing Skeleton Key went fucking hard on this one. God damn.
before that was really like the meta of YouTube, you know?
Yeah, I remember on Twitch, I was one of the only girls, and definitely like the only hot girl. There was no like, people were attractive. I'm not talking shit about the girls that were on there, but they were very not sexualized. I was way before the hot tub streamer bullshit. I've just kind of been myself, and it's cool that it trended that way. Now it's kind of saturated, so it's leaving me behind because I'm not going to sell out as much as these new girls will and everything, and I'm not going to have the time for it, and I'm living my life and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool to see everything evolve. And when it has to change, I kind of just try to welcome it.
So that is what I did try and give her a lot of props in this video. Is like, I truly do believe she was like Amaranth before Amaranth, like, obviously you didn't you fucking knew about her before you knew about Amaranth and that shit. And, obviously Amaranth is much bigger than she is, but you know, like I said, she is kind of like a pioneer in the same way that, for example, Leafy is. Leafy's a really shit example. I don't know why I keep using him. Like, I mean, he he did do crazy fucking things on YouTube, but I feel like he's the people that most people are gonna associate with commentary, so that's why. But yeah, it's kind of like they're in the same place. However, she didn't do you know, some shit that got her banned. But yeah, it is what it is.
It was pretty much that, you know, pre-Mia Malkova joining YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, you know.
Way pre.
It was like that. So she...
There was Mia Rose, though. Mia Rose was the only other girl that was on there before me, and she was a porn star. I forgot about Mia Rose. She was the first. I was the second.
was doing that obviously way before a lot of people, because obviously now I would say that she probably prioritizes that a lot more than YouTube. You know, her things like OnlyFans and...
It is true. I'm forced to prioritize OnlyFans because that's where I'm allowed to make money and allowed to more or less be myself. And that's where my highest demand is. Would I...
Now, she goes into a little bit of a tangent about OnlyFans and why she uses it so much and why, you know, she's not on YouTube so much anymore. And that is, you know, true. And I can completely see that. YouTube is very oppressive in the kind of content that it allows you to make at times. In fact, I'm scared of mine coming to terms with the partner program once I eventually meet the requirements, because, you know, I do like to say some kind of wild things, and my language obviously isn't great in my videos. So, you know, and I do tend to make content that is not the most family friendly. So that does worry me. And, you know, I can't completely see why she is on things like OnlyFans and Fansly and Patreon, especially just because of, you know, who she is and what she does. But moving forward,
I still know I do not want that at all.
She probably makes way more money off of that than she does off of YouTube.
Yes.
Because that's just kind of her whole channel, her whole like character.
All right. Is there anything else interesting in here? There's a couple more minutes, but I'm getting antsy.
There.
Okay, let's switch back to full screen. Okay, so before I go, I wanted to...
Okay, so we are in uncharted territory now. I have not watched this part. We might be skipping through a little bit of it. Also, hold on, you guys can see my mouse. Is that a fucking Yarny, or is that something else? No, that's got to be something else. Or is it? I don't know. There used to be this fucking awesome-ass game. I think it is. Holy shit. There's this cool-ass game. I can't think of the fucking name right now. People who know what I'm talking about are going to, like, feel the same way. This game was awesome, dude. This is like one of my favorite games of all time. It's about this little yarn dude. I think that's him right there. And he just goes absolutely crazy. Like, he goes on this wild ass adventure. It's such a cool game. It's an awesome game, dude. It has like dark themes in it, but they're explained well, and it's so cool. It's so cool. I can't think of the name of the game. Maybe I'll throw up like a picture or something. I don't know. But this thing is awesome. If that's what that is, you know, huge respect there.
To talk about these two comments that I got on here, because fuck it, why not? I think this is from the same guy who said it on my channel before, but this is something that boggles my mind. Diverse LA says, the thing I was realizing was that her gaming channel seemed to be less and less about gaming. It was about sex and going shopping for clothing. Yeah, the clothing hauls are really like shopping. It seems a lot of girls get into gaming because it's trendy, but ultimately revert to what they tend to prefer: fashion, makeup, and being sexual. That's not all gamer girls, obviously. Many truly are about gaming. Okay, so the creator liked this.
Okay, the creator did like this. I don't know why. You know, like, having it read back to me, that does sound like some crazy ass Andrew Tate shit, which I don't fuck with. I think I've made it pretty clear that I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Tate or any other misogynistic shit like that. We don't fuck with that, and I will be removing my like off of that comment if it is possible, because I don't think I read the full thing. I think I probably read maybe the first line and thought, oh, I haven't watched in a while. Maybe her gaming channel did turn into, you know, this and that, which I don't think it did based on what she is saying. So, yeah, I will go ahead and unlike that comment. That's my mistake. I'm not sure why I liked it, but I did. And, yeah, you know, I am guilty as charged there. That is not indicative, however, of how I feel towards her in any way. And I do not agree with that comment.
Which makes me feel like he doesn't understand me at all, but okay, whatever. My gaming channel is thousands and thousands of hours of me playing games and absolutely nothing else. I don't know if this guy just keeps like copy pasting it everywhere and thinking that my vlog channel has ever been a gaming channel. I have like 2 gaming videos on my vlog channel, but I have thousands of hours of fucking gaming, both on my Twitch and my YouTube, my gaming YouTube, Babcock Games. And I've literally never done anything on the gaming channel other than gaming, except for in the very beginning.
See, okay, this is kind of why I didn't really know that. I wasn't an avid viewer of the games channel. I watched mainly the vlog channel. So, you know, take from that what you will. But yeah, she goes into that. And does she go into the other comment? It's hard to say. Let's just kind of skip around here.
Like a cash cow. And then this other guy says she fell off because she doesn't do anything special. She's just a hot gamer girl in a market that's flooded with hot gamer girls. I don't do anything special. These are just people that clearly don't like me in the first place. Like they took one look at me or like listened to like 2 seconds of like one of my inflammatory intros in a video and they're like, oh my God, she's nothing but a fake girl. So like, yeah, it's like silly stuff like that. The creator liked that makes me feel like there's a little bit of a subtext under there that he doesn't like me that much. But anyway.
There's not any kind of subtext. You know, I've said, I mean, I was genuinely excited when I got the comment from her. So, and it wasn't like I was excited because, oh, I'm glad she got to see me like shitting on her. No, that's not why at all. You know, it's because, of course, you know, I just wanted to bring up my engagement. I don't know. That was probably what was going on at the time. There's actually a good chance at the time when I was getting those comments, I was going through a, you know, strategy in my head of I'm going to like every single comment because I have done that at certain points. So that could be what happened there. And like I said, with that second one she just went over, I probably didn't interpret that in the same way that she interpreted it, or maybe in the way that the person meant it. So, yeah, you know, that's, again, kind of on me. But, yeah, we're just going to move forward, and it's probably over, but we'll see.
Definitely recommend actually watching full-ass videos when you do videos like these. No hate to him. Obviously, don't send any hate to him. I love you guys. I love the subset of you guys that is my simps. Praise Terra. Worship Terra. If you were a simp, but please don't ever go and like stick up for me or do any kind of like hate on someone's video. I'm gonna link the video because, you know, if you like the guy and don't agree with what I'm saying that he needs to put more work into his videos, feel free to give him a follow. He was so happy he got subscribers. Cool, let's help him out with that. But don't fucking send any hate. I do not like that shit. Nobody likes that shit. It hurts me. It hurts everyone else. Just to say, because it's been a while since I've done a video actually on someone where a simp might actually want to go protect me. Don't protect me. I'm good. But anyway.
Okay, I do appreciate it. I appreciate her saying don't send hate because that's obviously something I preach in a lot of my videos. None of my videos are ever made to try and rile people up to go attack somebody else. And she, I'm sure, had the same mindset with this video. And luckily, for the couple days that the video has been out, I have not received any hate. In fact, I've actually received probably a couple subscribers from her mentioning my channel. So I do really appreciate that. And obviously, I appreciate you guys as subscribers all the time. Like she said, I'm always very happy to get subscribers. I'm sure I made that clear in the video that she probably watched and she just took note of that. But yeah, I am obviously very happy to, you know, and get new subscribers. It always is awesome for me to see the channel growing. And yeah, you know, let's hope a big wave of hate doesn't come my way from her, you know, quote, simps, as she describes them. Because, yeah, you know, let's not do that, right? Hey, we'll make it. I think I've gotten a couple dislikes on that video, but outside of that, it's been pretty chill. So, yeah, you know, let's hope that that doesn't increase in the next couple days. But, yeah, even if it does, I know it's not her fault. It's just fucking dumbass people on the internet. So it is what it is. But, moving on.
Anyway, let me know what you think. Fucking constructive criticism is always nice to hear. It's kind of obvious when criticism is non-constructive because it comes from someone who like says things that aren't true about me and then like made up their mind already and they just kind of really want to hate me. They use vitriolic words and terms instead of just being like, you know, I miss the Tara that you used to be who did this and that. I don't like this kind of thing. Give me your opinion. If there's anything you want me to change about the channel within, you know, the bounds of what I can do, I'd love to help. And I like hearing feedback from you guys. I do agree with something that Asmongold said in a video that I watched recently where it's like the creator knows more about what to do than the viewership, but I think that like what the viewership thinks they want might not always be what they want, but I like to hear it. I like to add it to the collection of little information bits that I
Okay, so she just does some general stuff at the end there. That's going to be the end of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Big thank you to Tara for taking a look at the video I made on her and actually sitting down to react to it. That's, you know, pretty crazy and not something that I expected to happen. It obviously gives me exposure, even though it might not be the most positive exposure. I know she's not 100% on my side here. You know, if anything, she's probably a little against me, but I did make a video, you know, on her. So it's completely warranted. But yeah, you know, I do appreciate the shout out. She did make a good effort to tell people to go to my channel if they liked what they were hearing or liked what they saw. So huge appreciation for that. If you are new to the channel from this video that we just took a look at or from the other Tara Babcock video that I made, the one that she just reacted to, then, you know, that's awesome. Let me know down in the comments because I fuck with reading comments, except for when I don't read them correctly like I did with her video. But yeah, hugely appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big thank you to Tara again. It's kind of interesting to see this kind of video be made about me. I really didn't think that the first one made about me would be coming from her, but it did. So quite an interesting experience I've had today. But thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Also, please go watch her video or subscribe to her if you have not, because I'm all for creators supporting other creators. So she did that for me. I know she's much bigger than me, but, you know, I'm going to do that for her just in case. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you just randomly clicked on this video and watched the whole thing. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you.